Oh shit. Your boy Sanji'S down for that murder game, man. He's down for that 187, baby. Anyway, One Piece episode 639. Um, what you call him? Bellamy. You remember Bartolomeo? He fucked everybody up. Well, no, the king. What's his name? His fucking name Isabello. He fucked everybody up, and he fucked him up. So now everybody's chipped up except for Bartolomeo. That's it. Now they carrying Bellamy out of the ring. Bellamy happens to cross by Luffy, and he says, "Yo, I didn't do shit in this past little while. What's it been? 2.5 years, 3 years, or something like that?" He said, "Man, I ain't get shit done. I'm still shitty." And Luffy says, "No, you're doing pretty good." He said, "No, fuck that." He said, "You're doing pretty good. I'm out here getting fucked up." You know, he said, "I noticed that your hockey is, far beyond, anybody I've seen, so far." I doubt he's talking, he's including, like people like Doflamingo and shit like that. But out of all the people he faced, he says his hockey is just off the chain. So Bellamy probably can use hockey right about now. To what extent, I'm not sure. And the reason why I say he probably can use hockey because he can sense it. If I'm not mistaken, don't you have to have like observation hockey to be able to sense who has hockey? So yeah, Bellamy's doing pretty good. He just ain't shit compared to Luffy. Anyway, Luffy's like, "Nah, you're doing all right." And then he says, he calls him by his name. He says, "Straw Hat." My boy Bartolomeo, he's walking past. He's like, he stops. He says, "Straw Hat." And you see the motherfucker trembling. So it looks like Luffy made a name for himself in these past 2 years. He got motherfuckers trembling and shit. And this dude, Bartolomeo, you see what he could do? He could take a punch that might put a Yonko on his ass and still win. He came out the battle no scars, no war wounds, no nothing. So this dude's pretty strong. Yet you see Luffy when his name is uttered, it's like, oh shit. So we gotta see what how Bartolomeo knows about Luffy and what's his relationship with him and everything else like that. Okay, so anyway, after that, we cut back to my boy Law and his crew, and they got to go across this bridge. Now, the bridge is supposed to be, sturdily built, just in case these fighting fish, get at somebody. And when you see the fucking bridge, I mean, the platform that you walk across, the actual bridge part that you walk across, that shit is about fucking, 20 feet thick. That shit is thick. And you see the damn iron bars on it. That bridge looks like it'll never go down. That's what it looks like. And Usopp, he says, "Man, this bridge looks," he says, "built sturdy. We should be up. We should be fine." Then here come the fucking fighting fish. Now these fighting fish are about the size of a whale. They're about the size of a whale. These aren't like regular fish. Anyway, one of them crashes right through the fence, and then that's when Usopp, he says, this bridge is like a piece of crap. We can't do shit with this. So they have to fight. And here's one good thing about this episode. Law says, "I can't fight." He said, "I need you two guys to fight." He had full faith in Robin and Usopp. I like how he did that. But what they revealed a little bit later was great. So Robin takes out one of the fighting fish, giant hand and shit like that. Then my boy Usopp, he steps up. He takes out at least 3 of them. He had this attack, Skull Bomb, Green Star, some shit like that. He takes out at least 3 fighting fish. And Law says, "Yo, we need my man Caesar fight with us." And he said, "I got to conserve my energy." And Caesar can put in some work. Now, Caesar, they said, "Yo, what? Caesar might pull some shit." He says, "No, he won't." He said, "Because I got his heart. He has his heart. There's no way Caesar's going to just leave, because Law can kill him at any given time." And Caesar know he can't fuck with Law, in the fight. So it's no way that he's got to oblige. Anyway, Caesar could take out 5 fighting fish at once. This motherfucker using that gas steel, he's taking out 5 of them at once. That's how powerful he is. This motherfucker is pretty good. Anyway, that's when they revealed the big thing. One of the big things about this episode. Law says that he can't use his powers because it uses up too much energy, and he needs that just in case he has to fight Doflamingo. He said, "We're fucking with Doflamingo right now. I got to be at full power." Because after that, they had to cross this bridge, and some people, I don't know who it is. You can see, you hear the people talking, but they say humans are over there. So these is a different race. Remember, we have humans, fishmen, mermen, long arm, long legs, snake necks, and dwarves. So with that being said, these people have to be one of them because they're talking. They're not animals. Well, they could be animals. There's a couple of animals that talk. So they could be animals too. But yeah, they're talking or whatever. I'm betting it's one of those fairies though. But they caught one of the fighting fish in the net, and they hit him with the spear, and they dragged him in. And they said humans over there, so you know these aren't people. They drag it in. Anyway, they said, yo, we gotta get across this bridge. They use Caesar to fly him over, and he says flying 3 people over takes a lot of energy. So this is something that's revealed now that we didn't have before. That's one of the big things about this episode, because this was never revealed before. You know, when people use their powers, I thought it was unlimited. I didn't know what the fuck. I thought as long as you can move, you can use your powers. But apparently, it takes energy to use these powers. You know, and if you had less energy, it's going to be harder for you to use them and harder for you to fight. So now we see exactly what's going on. Now they add a new dimension to it. Somebody gets, you know, tired, they can't use their powers as much. Now it still makes sense, because even though before you seen them using it, it seemed like it was infinite. You know, you see how they were using it. It was on a much lower level. They were fighting against, you know, weaker opponents and shit like that. They probably didn't need to use as much energy. They probably wasn't expending as much energy. But now it's to the point where it's like an MMO. When you first start off, you spam shit. But then after that, it's like you gotta conserve every fucking thing. Once you get to high levels, you start conserving and whatnot, and your powers take up so much energy and shit like that. It's sort of like that. Anyway, they get to Green Bit, and the fish was dragged to a certain point, and then you don't see any drag marks. These motherfuckers are strong. How do I know? Because if there's no drag marks, they had to have carried it, and that's a big ass fucking fish. And they're waiting there. Usopp seems a little bit spooked. But the crazy thing about it is, he was on an island probably worse than that. But at the same time, you got to cut him a little slack, because that's not the same island. If he goes back to the same island and he's spooked, then that's a big deal. It's like, come on, man, you've been there for 2 years, you conquered the fucking island. But this is a different island. It might look similar, but it might be completely different. You know what I'm saying? But he should have at least some. He should at least have his sea legs. But anyway, after that, we cut to my man Sanji. And it was slow for the first little minute. I mean, like, only like 2 minutes. And we're so used to getting slow shit from him and this Violet chick. It's just been so fucking boring. And they haven't revealed anything of interest in anything. So when I seen it, it's like, oh, fuck. I'm sitting back like this. Oh, fuck. Now we got to go into this shit. But anyway, they pick up. So he gets to this place. Violet says, these are guys I need you to, you know, put that work in. I need that 187 right about now. So Sanji, he busts through the door. He sees the people smoking. And being that he's a smoker, it makes sense. He smokes. He said, I'm going to let you guys finish your last cigarette. I like that part. It might not. It sounds like it doesn't make sense, but it does, because being that he's a smoker, he understands smoking. You know, let me get this last cigarette off, because that's probably what he'll want to do in that situation. He said, but I'm getting ready to fuck you guys up. Anyway, they bring out a whole bunch of fodder for him to fight. He takes care of them before the cigarette even drops. Tosses it up, tosses them, catches it. He said, yo, bring it on. They try to get at him, he fucks them up. But one of them grabbed Violet, used her as a hostage. He said, yo, you take one step, you even flinch, you fucking blink. He said, I'm going to blow up brains out all over my damn shoes. You know, he said, I don't have a problem with it. Anyway, he looks at Violet just for a split second, just like this. turns back, Sanji's gone. That's another big thing about this episode because they've been revealing it slowly but surely. It appears that throughout that 2-year time skip, Sanji might have became the fastest Straw Hat. I mean, like the fastest Straw Hat on his feet. He can walk in, he's the fastest in the water, period. We've seen that with that blue walk. Then the sky walk, he's the only one that can, somewhat fly, I can say. He's running on air, but same fucking thing as flying. He's the only one that can do that. And it appears, and it seems like they gave him the strongest, he might have the strongest observation haki. I'm not sure about that. It might not be true, but he might. He might, just might. But if he isn't, he's damn sure. It damn sure appears that he's stronger, in terms of observation haki than Zoro. But Luffy, I'm not so sure about. Luffy might be hiding some shit, but I'm not so sure about him. But then you see how fast he moved. He was under the motherfucker before the dude could even blink. You couldn't even see him. I'm thinking that they're trying to establish Sanji as the fastest Straw Hat. And I like that. Not because it's not like I want to see people, being outdone or upstage or something like that. Give each Straw Hat something special where we can have an attachment to them. We can be like, yo, Sanji's the fastest one. Or even if they only make him fastest in normal mode, like him in in base form, and Luffy in base form is he's faster than Luffy. But then Luffy go get second, then he might be faster. I can accept that. But then when they make him, when he goes Diablo Jumbo or whatever, then make him even faster. But that gives us more of a connection to Sanji. They building Sanji up and give him certain things that other Straw Hats don't have, making them a more valuable asset in the Straw Hat. So that's one good thing I really, dug about this episode. Anyway, when the dude looks down, Sanji's already in his ass. Kicks to the chin, goes for Diablo. Well, not full, but he goes Diablo Jumbo or whatever, and kicks his motherfucker, launches him into space. And she said that she wanted him to kill this guy. Now, if this guy isn't dead, I don't know what have killed the motherfucker, because he kicked him so fucking hard with one of his strongest attacks, and this guy is pretty much fodder, and he's flying. He's not landing in Dressrosa. He might land in Green Bit. He's not landing on Dressrosa. If he lands in that water, I can't see this guy surviving. So Sanji is damn sure down for that 187 murder game, right? After that, he's talking to Violet, and she puts him in handcuffs. And then cuffs his feet. She caught the motherfucker off balance. So now we see that she betrayed him. We got to find out exactly what's going on. So she damn sure ain't on Sanji's side. But I don't know why she had him fucking guys up. That might have been like just for the anime or whatever. I don't know. Just to take up time. I don't know why they had to him fight them guys. Because if she's on the other side, why would she want them to fight him? I mean, why would he want? Maybe she thought that she was going to lose at first, and then she found out, damn, he could win. Okay, let me go ahead and put him in cuffs, and then call some more people out. That makes sense. So yeah, that makes sense if that's the case. Anyway, this episode, like I said, like that Sanji shit, it was getting tired, but they actually picked it up this episode. Made it make sense. Violet turned on them. I'm finally happy some kind of excitement is going on. We brought in the Bartolomeo thing, so now we got the suspense building up with him and Luffy. And I like how they established, the energy thing about how it takes so much energy to use these powers. Then also how far Bellamy came, how far Luffy came along in these 2 years was fucking exceptional in this episode. But like I said, it felt kind of slow. Soon they showed Sanji and Violet, but it was only for a split second. I'm going to go ahead and give this episode a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was damn near, perfect for an episode that really doesn't, it really wasn't but so much progression. It was like one of those transitional episodes, but at the same time they had some important, like very important information in this episode. At least 2. Matter of fact, it's 3. I forgot to talk about it. Did you see Law, when he opened up his shirt, did you see that? His tattoo? He has a tattoo of a heart and a tattoo of his pirate emblem or whatever, logo or whatever he has. But it's a heart around him. You got to keep an eye on him, especially if you're an anime watcher only. What does that heart mean? Okay, but anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know. Hold on. Shit, let me check the comments first. Fuck. Y'all got me ready to mess up. Okay. If there's anything down here that I need to talk about, I'll go ahead and, answer that. Okay, is anything important? The shit's still loading. Okay. Nothing important. Go ahead and leave your comments. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I don't know if you guys see it. You see it flashing up? You see the camera doing like that? I had another camera that was doing that, but I had it at least a year before it started doing that. Now this shit is kind of irritating. I seen it happen last time, but now it's happening more. I don't know if I need a new camera or what. Well, I don't know what's the fuck going on. But anyway, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video and subscribe. Anime and manga means more. Sanji'S down for that. Damn, that fucking camera's acting funny. Sanji'S down for that murder game. He's a real fucking pirate. A real pirate. Peace.